Okay everyone, so welcome to 4th of February Crunch Fit. Yes, we are in February, January is done. Who's that? Is that Jen? Yeah, welcome Jen. So tonight, as I say, we're going to do a session of 2 halves. You can choose to be party to both halves if you wish, but the first part is an interesting new little challenge for us, which is very much a personal challenge. So although I've got my scores will be up on the board for you to see, you don't have to share your scores or anything, unless you particularly want to, of course. It's a little challenge or test that you can do, we're going to repeat it again in about 2 months' time. But the good thing is you can practice doing the exercises yourself at home. Now, there's 6 exercises that we're going to go through. We're only going to do them each once, but we're going to do them each for a minute. Right, so your challenge is to, no matter what your level of capability, do as many in that minute as you possibly can. Okay, it doesn't matter how many it is. Okay, you can be a superstar and do 100, or you can do 5, as far as I'm concerned. As long as they're good repetitions, high quality repetitions, that will be your benchmark of which to leap forward. Now, the reason that we have these specific 6 exercises is that they will hit pretty much every body part. This is kind of a part of an endurance circuit test that the UK Athletics used to use for their athletes for this very reason. And if you combine these 6 exercises and you only do these 6 exercises, it will be enough to work your whole body enough each week if you repeated them a couple of times a week. So they're very specifically designed for that purpose, and I'll run through and demo them as I normally do. You'll get a bit of a break in between each one, so it's not like 1 minute straight on to the next one. I'll give you a bit of a breather in between, okay? And once we've gone through all 6 and we've got our scores down, we'll have a total, and that will be our benchmark for doing it again in a couple of months' time, and hopefully we've improved, okay? So that's going to be the challenge, and then for those who want to stay on and do a bit more, I've got a bit of a core session, which is going to be static and dynamic exercises combined, just to make it a little bit interesting. So you haven't done a minute, you'll go down to 30 seconds, but it's all going to be around the core, okay? So the session will last about 45 minutes in total, or thereabouts. Hopefully you got your drinks with you, hopefully you got a chair with you, and hopefully you got your pen and paper handy to write down your scores, okay? And I'll let you know which exercise we're doing at each time. So, as we normally do, you can either jog or you can walk or march on the spot. So let's get the warm-up going like we normally do. Keeping that core pulled in nice and tight. Shoulders square as we always do. Ribs nice and high. No sign of Matt Barry yet, Rich, I have to be honest. He's letting the team down here. Keep on the move.
A sternly worded email.
Good man. Okay, let's get those arms out. Nice dinner plate size circles, either forward or backwards, doesn't really matter. Just keep on the move while you're doing it. Other direction. Nice and tall, ribs high. Okay, let's do some spotty dogs then. So one arm and one leg forward, opposite arm and leg. Nice bouncy strides. Okay, and jogging again, or marching on the spot, whichever you're doing. Okay, let's do some running arms, so a nice strong stance with the feet. Really pile drive those arms, forward and back, get the shoulders, front and back working. Change stance, other foot forward. Okay, jogging. Jogging, jogging, jogging. Hope you're feeling good today. Jumping jacks. Okay, jogging. Let's do half a dozen squats then, please. Feet more than shoulder width apart, nice and low, all the way down. Nice and strong in the back. Keep looking high and forward. Okay, when you've done your 6, jogging again. Let's do some heel kicks. Hamstrings will come into play today. Okay, jog. 5 sit-ups then for me. So, heels down, knees bent, hands across the chest. Nice and controlled, all coming from the abs. This is one of the movements we're going to be doing in the 1 minute challenge, by the way. 2 more, 1 and 2. Back on your feet. Okay, good. Keeping on the move, hopefully that heart rate's coming up a little bit. Just enough to get the blood flow. Let's do some bicep curls while we're jogging. So turn the fist away from you as your hand goes down and turn your fist towards you as it comes up. And really squeeze the bicep at the top of the movement. Okay, good, jog. Okay, high knees. Jog, good. 5 press ups then, please. You can do them on your knees or on your toes, doesn't really matter. Nice and deep, that's what does matter. Nice and slow. Okay, good. Trunk twists, wouldn't be the warm up without some trunk twists. So feet shoulder width apart, nice spin round. Try and keep the hips facing forward, so you're working from the sides. Or a nice bit of crunching going on with my back, I know that. It's all good. Okay, jog it again. Lunges, alternate leg. Again, nice and strong in the body. Don't lean too far forward. Couple more each leg. Okay, good. Jog it again. Okay, unusual one. So you're going to put your hands out like a star. What we want to do is bring your hands forward, and then as you're doing that, I want you to try and squeeze the pecs a little bit on the inside of the chest. So stretch out and then squeeze the pecs together at the top. Stretch out, squeeze together at the top. And again, about half a dozen of those, just to get the pecs working a little bit more. One more. Okay, good, jog. Okay, that'll do us. Have a quick drink. I'm just going to go and grab my towel if you don't mind. Excuse me a moment. Okay, so, like I say, this is the 1 minute challenge. 6 exercises for 1 minute. Just do as many reps as you possibly can, but make sure they're perfect ones, all right? Now, a minute is quite a long time, so don't kill yourself in the first 20 seconds and then die for the next 40. Try and keep a rhythm going for as long as you possibly can. Okay, again, it doesn't matter if you can do 50 or 5, right? As long as they're good technique and executed well, that will be your starting point, okay? And if you get to the point, and you will, because I certainly will, where the lactic acid starts to really take over, the muscles start to fail, just take a little bit of a breather, a couple of seconds, then do another one, and another one. Just do one at a time. Just try and get through as many as you can in the minute, okay? So you will get to a point of failure in a lot of these exercises, but that's okay, all right? That will be your benchmark really for what you want to improve upon. I say we'll do it again in a couple of months' time. You can practice the 6 in between, and let's see what the percentage of improvement will be. So it's not about the volume necessarily, it's the percentage of improvement from the first to the second test. All right, so the first one, lovely press ups. So I was going to demo because I'm very precise about the exercise. So if you're going to do it on your toes, standard form, hands under your shoulders as ever, right to the floor and right to the top. You can do it on your knees, keeping the hips nice and forward, so we don't want to have your bottom back here, you want to have your hips nice and forward, same movement, okay? Entirely up to you which version you do. Either way, it's going to be a minute, so however many you can get in on that minute. And like I say, I will give you a decent break after each minute, so we can then do the next exercise feeling relatively fresh. Okay, so my alarm is set for 30 seconds, so you will hear the alarm go off. That is not your cue to stop, it's a cue to let you know that you've got another 30 seconds to go. And just as a bit of an indicator, the alarm stops after 10 seconds, so you then know you've got 20 seconds left to do for the minute, okay? So, are we ready for those press-ups? Perfect press-ups for 1 minute. Are we ready? You've got to keep your own count, obviously. And I'm the only one who's mug enough to be on camera for this, so I cannot lie. You're only cheating yourself. Ready? 2, 1, and go. Come on then. Halfway. And relax. Well done. Good. Whew. That was a long time. So remember your number. Write the score down. Okay. Have a rest. You can probably see my score. Not bad for an old gig.
See it, Martin.
You can't?
No.
It's 50.
Oh, bloody hell.
I thought the 29 was good.
It is good. It is good. So, it's a brutal challenge though, isn't it? A minute. But think about the improvement you're going to make and how much strength you'll be able to gain from doing the exercise and getting better at doing it. So that's hitting obviously your pecs, definitely hitting the triceps, and certainly hitting the front of the shoulders. But because you're up for a minute, it's also going to be hitting the core as well. So it's a great exercise called a compound movement because it's hitting more than one body part. As opposed to the next exercise, which is an isolation exercise. Sit-ups with arms across your chest. We did it as part of the warm-up. So you can have your heels down. I like to have the knees bent, hands across your chest, and then coming up, try not to strain your neck by having your chin too deep onto your chest. Try and make a bit of daylight between your chin and your chest. Same routine, 60 seconds, as many as you can do without throwing your arms. Keep those hands across your chest. If you can't do it with hands across your chest or if it gets too much, do it to the sliding your hands up your knees. That's absolutely fine. Just try and remember how many you did with hands across chest and how many you did sliding up to your knees. Okay, it's all about you and your own personal challenge. Are we ready? 2, 1, let's go. Halfway. Keep it going. Nearly there. Ah, relax. Whew, well done. Good stuff. Nice. So you can get rid of your mats. Next one is good old squat thrust. Now again, there's 2 versions of this one, and it will depend entirely up to you how you want to count the repetitions. So the less severe version, shall we say, is the alternate leg squat thrust, also known as mountain climbers. So you're starting with one leg back, one leg forward, and you're bringing the leg alternately forward to the knee, and you can either count each leg as 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can go 1, 2, 3, entirely up to you. Probably easier to count every leg as a single rep. Harder version is the double leg squat thrust. So keeping your feet together, thrusting back, knees forward. Okay, keeping hips nice and low as much as possible. Entirely up to you which version you do. Now this one, a bit of a lung buster. So again, you're going to need to pace yourselves a little bit. Again, doesn't matter how many you do, it's entirely your challenge. Try and make them good quality reps. Now, when you're thrusting the leg back, it's the glutes and the hamstrings that are going to be doing all the work. When you bring your leg forward, it's the hip flexors and the lower abs doing all the work. Okay, so again, it's good all-round kind of hip and glute exercise that will certainly challenge you, and because it involves some big muscles, these are big, large muscle groups, that's why the oxygen requirement is very high, because the blood supply coming into it is going to be high demand. So, are we ready? 60 seconds of squat thrusts. 2, 1, let's go. Halfway. and relax. Oh man, that was hard. Good.
I prefer burpees to that.
Sorry?
I prefer burpees to that.
Yep. That's because you're a bit mad, Emma.
True.
Okay. Told you it was a lung buster. I wasn't wrong, was I? Okay, so halfway through. So my scores on the door so far: 50 press-ups, 44 sit-ups, 56 squat thrusts, double leg. Hence why I can't breathe or speak.
I was going to say, are you doing the same minute timer as us?
I think so. I think so.
It counts differently.
Okay. Next one. We've already caned the chest and the tries on press-ups. We're going to hit the tries again, along with front delts on tricep dips. So, two versions again of this one. Either straight leg, which is slightly harder, or bent knee, a bit more support for the body with your legs. Either way, trying to get a good right angle with the elbow. Nice good depth with the tries. Okay. Because this one's quite an isolation exercise, it's predominantly triceps, it will fail potentially quite quickly. So again, just pace yourselves, don't go too hard too soon, try and keep a rhythm for as long as you can. Sit down on the chair if you need to, just take a bit of a breather, take the pressure off, and go again for as many as you can do. Either way, try and keep your bottom quite close to the chair, so you're not actually raising your hips. It's not a hip flexor exercise or hip thruster, it's all about triceps. Are we ready? Hopefully we calm down a bit after that last one. Ready, 2, 1, and go. Halfway. You there? And relax. Oh, one nearly collapsed, which I nearly did. Whew. Wow, that burns. Sorry, Jake.
What are they called?
Tricep dips. Or sitting dips, a number of different things. But because it's all triceps, that's why they're called tricep dips predominantly. Now, next one, you're going to need your mat. Only 2 more to go, by the way. So we've worked upper body, tries, we've worked the abs, we've worked the front of the thighs, certainly worked the glutes, top of the hamstrings. This one's all about back. and also top of the glutes. Dorsal ball pass. So we've done this one quite a few times in Crunch Fit. So I want you to imagine you've got a tennis ball in your hand. You can be laying on your front, keeping your head looking down at the mat the whole time, toes on the ground all the time, and you're going to be passing the tennis ball between your hands, i.e. trying to get good height with your chest or shoulders off the floor. So the only reason to imagine you're passing a ball is so you actually get some height off the floor, okay? There's no real variation to this one. It's just about trying to do it under control, so don't extend the back. So if you get any sharp pains or anything doing this one, just stop doing it immediately. So although you're trying to get force to lift your chest off the floor, you're not jerking back to create a problem with your lower back, okay? It's got to be under control.
I'll sit this one out because I had a bad back last week.
Sorry?
I'm going to sit this one out because I had a bad back last week.
Okay, no problem. Is there an alternative you want to do instead?
If you've got another one, yeah.
Well, does it have to be non-back? Can you do any back stuff or not?
I can do, it's just because I've had lower back pain. Arching my back in that way is going to aggravate anything.
Okay, so what about good mornings?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, do a good morning instead. Hands across the chest rather than extended, yeah?
Thank you.
Okay, 60 seconds of dorsal ball pass then. Remember to keep those toes down on the ground. Ready? Go. Halfway. Come on, last few. Oh, relax. Whew. Well done. Don't know about you, I definitely felt those glutes the last few reps of those. Wow. Last one, people. Give you a decent recovery. Squats. So, feet slightly more than shoulder width apart. As ever, nice and strong in the core. Down into the squat. I want to try and see that level of depth, as long as you're able to get down there, of course. Driving up through the heels. Okay. Can come all the way up to the top. Now, as you get more tired, chances are you're going to feel like you're going all the way down, but really you're going to be about there. So I want you to try and maintain the depth of the squat, because that's really going to get the quads, the hamstrings and the glutes all firing. If you only go about 3/4 of the way down, you're really only hitting the front of the leg. We want to hit the whole of the area. Right then, it's your last minute. Perfect squats then. Ready? Go. Halfway. Come on, let's keep it going. Keep that depth going. Last couple. Relax. Oh man, that burns. Well done. Okay, so you should have 6 results on your board or pen and paper. Total them up. And that, my people, call it your own fitness score right now. So as of today, 4th of February, that is your current standard. And no one's going to judge you on what that standard is. It's your information.
How many squats did you do, Martin?
Pardon?
How many squats did you do?
How many squats?
I forgot to count, but I was doing the same, like the same
45.
pace as you.
45.
Thank you.
So just add up your total. Yeah. Anyone brave enough to share their total? Not that it really counts so much, other than for yourself.
243.
243, great.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Sorry,
Over 200.
How many, Jake?
I think over 200.
Okay, good stuff. Anyone else?
170, definitely room for improvement.
Well, that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's your fitness score. That's all that counts. Okay, good stuff, people. 320 was mine, which I have to say is a hard target to get any much improvement from at my age. You're all probably a lot younger than me. A couple of exceptions, maybe. Couldn't possibly comment.
Martin.
Sorry, mate.
You should sandbag. You can't do that before this time. Makes you look better next time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't help thinking back to a younger me, Rich, and what I used to be able to do. But there we are. That was a different time. Very well done. Okay, so for those of you who aren't going to hang on for the next part of it, so it's literally going to be 3 rounds. How many exercises? 1, 2, 3. 6 exercises again, so, but all core related. 30 seconds of each, 3 times. That's all we're going to do. So up to you whether you hang around for that, or if you want to duck out, having killed yourself on the 1 minute challenge, that's absolutely fine. So like I say in the warm up, or before the warm up, there's going to be a static exercise, a hold exercise, and a dynamic exercise. First one is a static exercise, all going to be for 30 seconds. It's called the boat hold. So you're making like a V shape with your body effectively. You're going to, he says, trying to get into the V shape. Come up into that V shape, ribs nice and high, keep your legs at 45 degrees and just hold. Okay? If that's too much, then you can have your hands here to support yourself a little bit. Put your legs up here, you're still working the lower abs, just hold. Okay, entirely up to you which version you do. Just going to change my watch quickly, bear with. So having got an sort of endurance set out the way, 30 seconds is going to feel like almost nothing. So, boat hold in, are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Try and keep the ribs nice and high, keep the back nice and flat. Toes around about eye level if you can. Try and stop that back from caving in, slouching. Halfway. Keep the core pulled in nice and tight. belly button back through your spine. And relax, well done. Good stuff. Next one, good old bicycles. So we're going to have feet and knees in this position here. Now you can either do one where you don't bring your shoulders off the ground too much, you can literally just twist, the opposite knee goes out, so elbow to knee, getting a good twist with the sides, or you can literally come up, try and get the elbow right the other side of that knee, whichever version you feel you're able to do. Are we ready? And go. When you shoot your leg out, try and keep your foot relatively close to the floor. Halfway. And relax, good. Well done. Next one, static one again. Just going to grab a drink if you don't mind, excuse me. It's called a half Superman. Now because we're doing 30 seconds and 3 sets, we're going to do a hold on one side for 30 seconds. On set 2, hold on the other side, and only change over halfway on the last set. Now, half Superman, so you're going to be on your knees, okay, hands under your shoulders, and you're going to extend one arm and one leg, the opposite leg obviously. Now, you can do that as a hold if you want to, that could be enough. If you really want to unstable yourself or destabilise yourself, just lift the toe of the leg behind you, and it will just make it that little bit more unstable. You've got to work the core really hard. While you're holding, so as much as you try and make yourself as long as you can, really suck that waist in to pull like your belly button right back through your spine, make your waist as narrow as possible. Are we ready? 30 seconds, go. So find that nice strong position first. Then if you feel you can, lift off. If that's too easy, you're not rocking and rolling, and actually go on your fingertips on the supporting hand. You'll see I'm not doing that, as much as I can do to keep still. Nearly there. And relax, well done. Good. So, you probably found that you were rocking and rolling a little bit, really trying to hold on to that position. All those little fine movements are actually what's hitting the core really hard. So it may not feel like a hard exercise, but those deep skeletal muscles in the core are having to work really hard to stop the body from shaking and holding that position. So, windscreen wipers next. 2 versions of this one again. Laying on the mat, you'd be glad to know. This is all about sides, by the way. So you're going to be in a crucifix position with your arms. The slightly less challenging version is with your knees bent, keeping your shoulders flat to the mat. You're going to roll over side to side as far as you can, trying to get to the floor, but trying to keep your shoulders down. Full version, legs straight, power up, control it down, power it up, and so on. Okay, so as your legs come down to the floor, you control it, then you've got to drive real hard for the opposite side, control it down with the other side, then pull it up. Ready? 30 seconds. Go. Again, keep that waist pulled right in. If you're doing the straight leg version, keep your feet over your hips as they come over the top of your body. 10 seconds. Pull that core in and relax. Well done. Good stuff. Next one, another static exercise. Reverse plank. So you're going to be on your hands, heels on the ground, so you're facing up towards the ceiling. And you're going to make a nice straight body line, nice tall position, and just hold. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. It's all that height with the hips, this exercise. You really got to work with the glutes and hamstrings to keep the hips high. Halfway. Keep checking the body line. Try and keep the hips high. Control the shakes. I've certainly got some. And relax, good. Well done. Stay seated. Last one, sit up and reach. So we're going to keep the heels down, knees bent as we normally do. Imagine you've got like a weight or something in your hands. You're going to come up and reach high. Sit up, reach nice and high as you possibly can. Are we ready? And go. It's about quality of reps, this one reaching as high as you can without throwing your arms. Halfway. Well done team, good stuff. Nearly there. And relax. Well done. Have a drink. We'll do that twice more, and then we're done. Also, because I won't be demonstrating in between, we'll just fire straight through, 30 seconds of each, and we'll get through it pretty quick. Everyone feeling okay? I'm impressed you're still here. No one's bailed out after the test. Very impressed. Okay then, static one first, boat hold. Are we ready? Try and keep that good posture. If you feel your legs shaking too much and you can't control it, just drop your feet for a couple of seconds, then bring them back up under good form. Ready? And go. Your ribs nice and high. Give that nice V shape with the body. Five seconds to go, hold on to it people. Looking good. Relax, well done. Okay, bicycles. So you've got your knees bent, twisting round, shooting one leg out. Ready? 2, 1, and go. Halfway. And relax, good stuff. Okay, next one. Half Superman. Remember which side you did last time. You've got to do the other arm and leg, remember? Ready, and go. So get in that nice strong position first before you think about raising that toe if you're going to. Nice and tight. Halfway. Make this body as long as you possibly can. Like a swimmer cutting through the water. That's how it should feel in terms of body length. And relax. Well done. Good stuff. Yeah, definitely felt the old glute on that side. Okay, windscreen wipers. Working the sides. Ready? 2, 1, and go. Control it down, power it up, come on. Come on, real change of speed from the down to the up. Get some drive from that side. Good stuff, come on. Core pulled in all the way. Last couple. Relax, good stuff. Well done. Reverse plank. Ready. Go. Nice and high with those hips. Look up to the ceiling. Try and keep the body nicely in line, halfway, come on. Work the glutes, really squeeze the glutes to get the hips high, come on. That's where you should be feeling it. Relax, good stuff. Last one this round. Sit up and reach. Ready? Go. Halfway. One more round after this. Come on, you got this. Nice and tall. Relax. Well done. Have a drink. Just 6 more exercises. 3 minutes. That's all we got. Well done, guys. Really pleased we've got a better number for the live session today. Thank you for coming out, really appreciate it. One more round of core to go. I don't know about you, but I was certainly feeling while you're doing the statics, a lot of muscle tremors, really trying to hold on to it. That's our challenge, is try and control that as much as possible. Are we ready? 6 more exercises, 30 seconds, boat hold. Are we ready? And go. I've lost all control. Come on, Aska, if you can do it. Halfway. Good. Let's try and concentrate now. Try and control those shakes. Come on. And relax. Well done. Bicycles. Ready. And go. Shoot that foot through nice and low. And relax. Well done. Good stuff. Okay. Half Superman. Now remember, we're going to need to change halfway on this one. So the fact it will take a few seconds for us to swap over, I'll add a few more seconds on at the end. So when you hear the beat go for the second time, don't stop. We'll carry on for a few more seconds. Ready? Go. And change side. Quickly into it as you can. Nice and long and strong if you can. Hold on to it. A few more seconds. And relax, well done, good stuff. Windscreen wipers. Come on, just 3 more now, people. You've got this. Ready, go. Control and power. Control and drive it up, good. Come on, keep it going, good form all the way. And relax, well done. Stuff. 2 more left. Reverse plank. Ready, go. Go on, really work those glutes. Lower back muscles. Focus all your energy around the glutes. Halfway, come on. Nearly there, hips high. Relax. Sit up and reach, last one. Just 30 seconds to go. Ready, go. Come on, last set. High as you can reach, come on. Halfway. And relax. Very well done, everybody. Great stuff. Cooking around the middle now. All good. Okay, so have yourselves a drink. We're going to do a couple of stretches just to cool ourselves down a little bit, then we're done. Okay, let's start off on our mat, shall we? Having just worked the core, just loosen the spine off a little bit. Let's do some spinal rolls. So curl yourself up in a ball, just rocking and rolling. Only onto the top of the shoulders, not the base of the neck. Good, keep going, a couple more. Okay, good stuff. Stay on your mat. Make like you are in that crucifix position for windscreen wipers. Just going to bring one leg over in terms of vertically and then across the body. Try and relax the breathing. Breathe out deeply into the stretch. Try and keep both shoulders on the ground. And what you do is bend that knee, grab the knee and just pull with that hand just to get a bit more of a stretch on the glutes. Try and keep the shoulders flat on the floor though. The higher you lift that knee, the more the glute's going to get stretched. Back to the centre, down, and the other leg. This is where you find out when you've got one side more flexible than the other. I certainly have. Again, grab that knee, pull up gently, just to get an extra stretch on the glute on that side. Back to the centre and down. Good stuff, shake it out. Okay, sitting up then. Feet quite wide, toes pointing to the ceiling. I want you to imagine you've got like a bar across your hips here, and you're going to lean forward over that bar, grab your toes, or as far forward as you can reach. Just gently pull yourself forward, keeping the shoulders nice and square and upright. Just pulling yourself over that bar, keeping your legs nice and straight. Should feel a nice tight stretch under here, adductors and hamstrings. Just bring the other hand or both hands over to one foot. Again, keep that leg nice and straight. Keep bending over the bar, then overarch the spine. Let's make a nice big semicircle with the hands. Reach out as far as you can in front of you, over to the other leg, other foot rather. Back to the centre. Okay, good, shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, good stuff. Okay, on your feet then. Standing quad stretch, you might want to use your chair or something for balance if you need it. Certainly after all that core work. So when you grab your ankle, just grab your and pull your heel up behind your bottom. Try and keep your hips nice and forward, chest raised. You should feel a stretch across the front of the hip flexor, he says, losing all balance. Okay, shake it out, change leg. Lost all control. Core isn't working anymore, folks. Okay, good, relax it off, shake it out. Good old trunk twist. Again, try and loosen off that spine as much as possible. Get a good rotation round. Good. Nice. Okay, some arm circles opposite direction. Nice rotation with the shoulders, twist with the ribs. As you've got a pencil on the end of your fingers, the opposite way. Good stuff, one more. Nice, good. Okay, some pec stretches. So long arms, bent arms, long arms, bent arms. Okay, let's do some hugs. Give yourself a hug, you deserved it, you've earned it. And that, my people, is we are done. Thank you so much. Good session.